Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Black Talent TV's Look Who's Next. This is a very exciting and emerging podcast where we have great conversation with entertainment industries, with figures in the entertainment industry. I'm really, really excited for our next guest for today. But before I get to her, you guys know that Look Who's Next, also being a talk, is a great podcast where we have engaging conversations with entertainment people in the industry. Like I said, our next guest, she has an amazing list. She started on the 90s hit sitcom The Steve Harvey Show. She was also on Meet the Browns by Tyler Perry. She's also, you can catch her on Greenleaf, which is on OWN right now. She is the recipient of 3 NAACP Image Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actress. She has her own production called Nina Holiday Productions, and of course, she even started her own Take Wings Foundation, which helps women in at-risk programs. Please, everyone, give a great, big, warm welcome to Miss Terri Vaughn. Hi, Terri.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on here. It's really such a huge honor. This is a big honor for me because, like I said, I love the Steve Harvey Show. You were one of my definite favorite characters, so it is beyond a huge honor. Yeah, it is beyond a huge honor for me. So if I start fangirling, I apologize. I've never really thought this could ever happen to me. I never really grew up to think I would one day talk to you. So if I fangirl, I do apologize.
Aww.
This is just a huge, huge, huge honor for me.
Oh, that's really sweet. I love it. I love it. And yes, God is amazing and anything is possible.
Absolutely. God is good. God is good. All right, Miss Terri, let's go ahead and jump into this interview. Can you tell us, when did your passion for acting begin?
Actually, it happened while I was in college. I actually was going to school for advertising. I didn't even know anything about acting as a career. So I was going to school. We had a friend that was recruiting girls for a Miss Black California pageant. I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I was going to Cal State Hayward. And a friend that I was going to school with, he was recruiting girls for a Miss Black California pageant. Me and some of my girlfriends, we did the pageant. And just so happened, one of the judges was a producer of a play that they were casting to tour the country. And after the pageant was over, he asked me, would I be interested in auditioning for this play? And like I said, I had no clue about acting and what all that meant and what you do on an audition. I didn't know any of that. But I was like, sure, I'll come audition. Why not? And I went to the Black Repertory Theater in Berkeley, California, and met the director there. They gave me some material to read. I read the material. The director was like, that was a great read. He was like, but this girl, she's really sassy. Can you give me, some attitude and read it again, but be really sassy? And I grew up in the hood, so I was always sassy anyway. I used to really get in trouble all the time for being way too sassy. So I just read it again, and I just read it like myself and was just sassy and had attitude. And they called me that night and offered me a part in that play. And the blessing was that that director, who was, his name is Paul Roach, and he was this super uber great theatrical actor. He had studied at ACT. So when I got cast in this play, he toured with us through the whole almost 2 years of doing this play. And he started teaching us like the history and the craft of acting and introduced me to like the Uta Hagen and Stanislavski and just all the greats of the theater. And that's when I got bit by the bug. And then I just started studying and reading and doing everything that I could to learn more about the craft of acting. And I fell in love, and that was that.
Oh my goodness. Yes. I say this, God is good. God, you put you there for that reason and lined you up and then put you down the path that he felt like you needed to go. I honestly, that's great.
It changed my life.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. As an actress, which roles do you gravitate to?
It's funny because before I ever did the Steve Harvey Show, like in all of my acting classes, all through the years, all the workshops, I was always given the really heavy, dramatic stuff where it was like heart wrenching. I lost my baby. I'm crying. I was always given that stuff or real dramatic stuff where I'm arguing with my lover or just something. And, but I've always been really fun and really silly. So when the Steve Harvey Show stuff came along, it was just natural for me. It was just easy. And so that's what I love. I love making people laugh. I love being able to bring comedy and laughter into people's lives and to make people think. What I love about the character of Lovita is that, yes, she was hood. She was from the ghetto, but she was still trying to hold down a job. She was still trying to find love. She was still, still trying to have the American dream like everybody else has. And I think that was what was so relatable and lovable about her is that she was rough around the edges. She wasn't, she didn't do things politically correct. She was just who she was, but she just wanted to have a good life. She fell in love. She got pregnant. By the time the end of the series came, they won the lottery. It was like, she was living the American dream.
No, I agree. And I definitely agree that Lovita definitely was, to me, the spark that kind of brought the show to life. When the episodes, and I'm just not trying to be biased here, but when the episodes when they didn't have you on, I definitely felt like, where's the life? Where's the spark? Where is that laughter? And Lovita definitely brought it. Me and my mom, we definitely bonded over the Steve Harvey Show. You're definitely one of my mom's favorite characters. Yeah, she loved Lovita. You were definitely one of her favorite characters, and definitely one of the things that, my mom got from Lovita was how hard she loved. And she loved hard. So I definitely agree, and I'm definitely, you were able to get that role.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they did one season without her, and then the second season they brought Lovita onto the show, and then we just rocked out together to the end. And the other beautiful thing about those shows back then, like the Steve Harvey shows, all the Hanging with Mr. Cooper, all the shows that were on back then, is that they were really, like you said, you and your mom watched that show and loved the show.
Exactly.
And what I love, like Blackish, like that's that again, at least, because there's not a lot of shows featuring Black talent where both the child and the parent can watch. Blackish is one of those shows, but there's not, there's nothing else.
No.
So, I miss having that. And so it's been my mission and my purpose and drive in life to get those kind of shows back on.
Then that's good, because like I said, the Steve Harvey Show, I watched it every morning before I went to school. That was part of my routine, and
I love it.
Yeah, it was part of my routine. If I didn't watch my Stevie Harvey Show, I'm not gonna lie, I got cranky. I was like,
hilarious.
I need my show now. So yeah, I definitely.
Right, they're like, what's wrong with her? Oh, she must have watched the Steve Harvey Show this morning.
It's so true, though. It's so true. People get irritated without their coffee. I get irritated without my show. So let's just.
I know that's right.
Yes. Not only are you an actress or director, Miss Terri, you started your own film production, Nina Holiday Production. Can you tell us the process of creating your own production?
Yeah. So a few years after the Steve Harvey Show went down, and after then I went to All of Us after the Steve Harvey Show was over. Then I was on this TV show that Will and Jada Pinkett Smith produced called All of Us. And after I left that show, it was just, I just didn't have a lot going on. It was like, it wasn't a lot of shows. A lot of the shows that featured us in that genre were taken off the air. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't a lot of stuff happening for us. So I was working, it's so weird. I was working on an independent film project in Atlanta, and I was still living in LA at the time. And on this project, the costumer was this young writer, and she had just written her first novel. And she asked me would I be interested in reading her book. And I was like, yeah, sure, of course. And on my way back home to LA, I started reading her book, and I fell in love with her book. And so I called her. I was like, have you ever thought about turning your book into a TV show? And she was like, no, because she hadn't thought about, writing for television or anything like that. And so for me, I've always, like I said, I went to school more for business and advertising. So I've still always had that mindset. So I never just wanted to be an actress. I always still I knew I wanted to be creative, and I wanted to be in control of where of my working situation and not leaving it in the hands of other people, which if you're just an actress, you're kind of at the whim of who wants to hire you.
Right.
So when I read her book, I was like, we should try to make this into a TV show. And so that's what sparked us. And we've been working together ever since. That was like 12 years ago. And we've been working together ever since, creating content. We've had 15 movies to air on television, or produce independent movies. And we've just been rocking and rolling. And it's Nina Holiday Entertainment. She was a huge fan. Her name is Cass Seegers Beatles. She's my business partner. And she was a huge Nina Holiday fan. She was a huge Nina Simone fan. I was a huge Billie Holiday fan. So we kind of just merged their names together and named our company after them. And we've been, it hasn't been easy. It's not an easy journey, but it's been very blessed. We're really fortunate that it's just the two of us. We have a small team that helps us, but it's been the two of us for the past 12 years, and we've been able to produce stuff that gets on TV.
And I love it. I love it. I love it when women can work together and bring powerful projects together into life. I do. I think that's pretty awesome. And the fact that you guys have been doing this for 12 years pretty much shows that, you guys are making movie magic together, and you guys are just, I think that's awesome. And I love the name, because I love Nina Simone and Billie Holiday too. So name's really clever. I really like it. So, but I am glad I am glad you decided that you did not want to be just an actress. Like you said, you wanted to take control of your own narrative. And if you're an actress, you are just in the mercy of somebody else. So I'm glad you took the matters into your own hand and start creating content that you wanted to see. So I think that's amazing.
Yeah, girl, but it ain't easy. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's not easy, but it's definitely our mission and our purpose. So we, there's no sight of ending or giving up. Just continuing to climb and grow the company and get bigger, do bigger projects, bigger budgeted projects. So that's where we're focused on, and we'll keep going and keep creating, because there's an audience. There's an audience for what we create, and we've proven that over and over again.
Oh yeah. I believe God will lead you to that right direction. He's been leading you to the right direction so far. So I know he will continue he will continue to lead you down that good path, and then you guys will continue to get even bigger projects, and then you guys will be so busy that you guys will probably even cry because y'all don't have time to sleep. That's how busy you guys will be. So that's the future I see. Definitely.
Thank you.
So like I said, not only are you an actor, but you're a director as well. So can you tell us, Black Talent TV audience, is it harder to direct or act? And can you give us some projects that you directed?
Well, I just finished directing a Christmas movie for TV One. It's called Merry Wishmas. It stars David and Tamala Mann and Kim Fields and Tawanda Braxton. And it's a romantic comedy with some family drama. And we produced it. So Nina Holiday Entertainment produced it along with Bobcat Films. And I directed it. And it will be out in December. Like I said, it's a Christmas movie. It'll be on TV One in December. And so I'm really excited. That's the latest project. The ABFF, the American Black Film Festival, is going on in another week and a half. I have a film short that I directed and produced that is screening at ABFF on June 15th, I believe it's the date, out in Miami. So I'll be out there for that. And I directed a movie. My very first movie that I directed was a couple of years ago called #Digital Lives Matter, that stars DC Youngfly and Emmanuel Hudson. And it's very like the movie Friday. It's a hood comedy. And that aired on BET earlier this year. No, it aired on BET last year, sorry. And it's streaming on umc.tv right now.
Oh, wow. Black Talent TV audience, make sure you definitely check that out. Make sure you definitely check out the Christmas holiday movie coming out. And of course, Christmas, I just said that. So make sure you definitely check that out. Because I did not know that Miss Terri Vaughn was such an impressive director with an already impressive resume. So make sure you guys definitely check that out. So yeah, that is awesome though. You are just a little triple threat in this industry, aren't you?
You know what? I just feel like we all need to be. We're all creatives, and we need to have our voices heard. And there's room for everybody, and everybody has a different way of telling stories. And I want to tell mine my way. I love comedy, and I really want to, build a brand as far as the directing, really. I don't know if you're familiar with Judd Apatow and how he does like the 40-Year-Old Virgin and all those kind of movies. What they call them bro-coms, because they're comedies about brotherhood, or usually from a man's point of view. And I want to do the same thing for women of color. I want to do comedy that feature us, that star us, that tell our stories in a comedic way, but that are real life stories. So that's my goal, and that's what I want to give to the world.
I love it. I do. I really feel like we definitely need more comedy for women of color, because, Hollywood has this trend of just showing women of color just in suffering, or just, having to be angry.
Yeah.
We can be funny. We can be silly. We can have our moments where, our heads are up in the clouds and stuff like that. We can be nerdy. We can be anything. And it's about time we start seeing that narrative. We are not just angry. We don't just have trauma. We have our success. We have our accomplishments. We have our laughs. We have we're planning something, whether it be a bachelorette party. We have stuff where we're
right.
And I totally agree.
That's right.
Totally agree. And I'm definitely on board with that, seeing women of color more in comedy, because, we have more than our lives and just suffering. We have joy, and we're seeing that more.
And not just like the side girl or the friend or the girlfriend in the comedy. Like the lead actors in the comedy are Black women, and they're funny.
Yes.
That's my mission. Because they always have like the one Black girl or the one Black guy. That's the funny guy. But no, we can star in these, and it can be about our friendship, like 4 Black women.
Exactly. We are there. It does exist. It shouldn't be taboo, because it's our reality. We are no different from everybody else. We have our ups and downs, but for some reason they like to show our downs when they need to show our ups, because we have more ups than we have downs. So definitely agree with you on that, and I'm definitely on board with that, and I hope to see, your creative visions on that one day on the big screen. So, because we definitely need women of color and lead, directing, producing, all of that.
Yes.
In the forefront, front and center.
Yes.
So definitely. So, Miss Terri, we did talk about earlier, your time on Steve Harvey, but I gotta know, what are some of the best moments you can remember being on that show?
Oh my God, we had so many. When I say like every day, when we were doing that show, every day was just so, I was so excited to wake up and go to work every single day. I never wanted to take a hiatus. Steve used to laugh at me all the time. I never wanted to take a break. I was like, no, why do we have to go down? It was just the best. And it was just moments of not being able to stop laughing. You know, we're supposed to be working and doing our scenes, and we're not supposed to laugh at ourselves, but we did. And it was okay because it was that kind of atmosphere. And, you know, I just love it. I love it. So I really can't pick one moment. There were so many episodes to me that were super fantastic and just fun and outlandish. And, you know, I can't wait to get back to something like that again. That's my goal as well. Get back on television, working in an atmosphere that was just fun and light and hysterical, like the Steve Harvey Show. And also the same experience, I had that on Meet the Browns too. That was another fun set with fun, loving, gifted people with David and Tamala Mann and Lamont Rucker and Denise Boutte. We had a lot of fun on Meet the Browns as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, that's great that you can't choose one moment, because that means there was just all moments that was just great. And the way you feel about a job is how I want to feel one day, you know, making this into a reality, doing the podcasting. I want to feel the exact same way you do. Like, I can't wait to get up and go to work and get the day started and see what we create. And I that is the feeling that I definitely want to have. And honestly, you can.
It's so doable, and you will.
Yeah. And like I said, I do appreciate, you know, what the Steve Harvey Show did back then, and with, you know, bringing such, you know, comedy. And like I said, I really appreciate, you know, your character, because like you said, even though she was hood, she still was just living her life. She still wanted to find love and have a family, not her job. And, you know, like I said, me and my mom, we start off with Steve Harvey Show every morning. So, you know, and we definitely made sure that we watched the episodes where, you know, our favorite episodes of you, because my mom's favorite episode, she definitely wanted me to make sure I told you this, was when I do believe it was the episode you were going to get married to Cedric, and he got stuck, I do believe, in a boiler room, and you had to kick the door in. That is my mom's favorite episode.
I do remember that. Yeah. And I had on my wedding dress, I think, when I knocked the door down. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, that is my mom's favorite episode. She loves it.
Oh my God.
She
okay,
loves it.
I'll tell you one of my favorite episodes that always stands out to me is when Cedric and I think like Steve was hosting a fundraiser or something for the United Negro Fund of America. And so Cedric and I went to the fundraiser, and we won the check. But when you win the check, you were supposed to donate it to the United Negro Fund. And we won the check, and we're thinking, like, we're jumping up and down, shouting, like, we won the money. And Steve was like, well, you know, you're supposed to donate it to the United Negro Fund. And I was like, what? I was like, look, I'm united with this Negro, and we gonna have some fun.
That's right. I remember that.
That's one of my favorite moments. That was so funny to me.
Because my mom agreed right with you. She's like, yeah, no, I'm not giving this back. No.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She had these
The writers were so great. Yeah, the writers wrote great stuff for us. You know, I got to give them their props. They wrote great stuff for us.
Oh, that is awesome. I love it. That is great. I absolutely love it. So, Miss Terri, can you give us a little dish on what future projects that you're involved with?
Well, as a production company, we have several projects that we're shopping and, you know, just waiting. You know, in this industry, it's a lot of waiting around. So we do have some television and some film projects that we are just in waiting on. I can't really even talk about them because it's nothing to talk about yet. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, what's next is I want to act in front of the screen, and so we have a television show that we are shopping for me. And I'll say this. There's a television show that we're shopping starring me and my co-star from the Steve Harvey Show, Wendy Raquel Robinson. And yeah, so we're excited about that. So we'll see what happens. I mean, and then we have some other projects too, some really fun stuff. So, you know, if you're a praying woman, just keep us in your prayers.
Oh, yeah.
And we're looking forward to bringing those things to fruition because I believe in them and I know they're going to come to pass.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to see that. Would be great. That'll be a little Steve Harvey reunion for me if you guys can get a show together. I would love it.
I know. It's so fun. I hope it, you know, I'm not saying I hope. I just can't wait for it to happen. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Oh yeah. I can imagine it'll be gold. I have no doubt it'll be definitely gold.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. We're pretty excited about it.
All right, Miss Terri, we just got 2 more questions here for you before we head off. So can you, they recently brought back the Pains. I know you mentioned earlier about being on Meet the Browns, but they recently brought back Meet the Pains over very popular demand. If the same happened with Meet the Browns, would you be interested in coming back?
I would do any of those shows again. Yes, like I said, I loved Meet the Browns. Working with David and Tamela Mann was the closest feeling that I got to that, the way I felt when I was on the Steve Harvey Show. That's the only time that has ever happened to me again. So I would definitely, just a great group of people. David Mann is so hilarious and his improvisational skills are on point. So if you're in the scene with him, you better be ready to play and you better be ready to come off the cuff because he goes off script all the time and you have to be able to keep up with him. So that was really fun. So I would definitely do that again.
Oh, that would be great because, I love both Meet the Pains and Meet the Browns. So I was really shocked that they brought. Actually, I really shouldn't be too shocked because people really did like Meet the Pains. So I wasn't too shocked that they brought back the popular demand. So I do see the same thing happen to Meet the Browns, and yes, I'm hoping to see you on there because yes, you definitely need to be on that show, bringing that sassy personality. Because it really shines on screen. So I don't know if anyone's ever said that to you, but when you're on, you are a real powerful presence on screen. So I really do.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Final question coming at you, Miss Terri. Where can the Black Talent TV audience keep updated with you and your projects that you have? Do you have Instagram we can follow?
I do. So, and I'm pretty active on it. On Instagram, it's just my name, Terri, Terri Vaughn, Vaughn, not VON, VAUGHN. Terri J Vaughn on all the platforms, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But I will say I'm definitely more active on Instagram.
All right, Black Talent TV.
And I have to say one more thing, if I can.
Of course.
I've had a foundation working with girls 13 to 18 growing up in at-risk communities in the San Francisco Bay Area. I've had it for over 20 years now. And I would love for people to just get more familiar with it, to see the work that we're doing with these young women. They're just beautiful women that just need a little bit of pouring into. And we've been able to do that, like I said, for the past 20 years. And if people want to know more about it or see how they can support the girls, the name of the foundation is Take Wings Foundation, and they can go to takewings.org for more information.
Awesome. I love that. Black Talent TV audience, please make sure you take notice of Take Wings Foundation. It's a wonderful foundation that helps, young women in at-risk cities, just to help them and to encourage them and, try to
give them scholarship money to go to school, and they don't have to have a certain grade point average. They just have to be enrolled in school, and they have to go. Because sometimes people struggle in school and they can't keep up 3.0, but they still are trying. And so we've never put a grade point average on the as long as they are registered, they just have to show us that they're registered in school. We help them buy their books. We give them money to go to school. So yeah, I would love for you guys to check it out.
Yeah, we will definitely will. I will definitely will, and I really hope Black Talent TV audience, please make sure you check out takewingsfoundation.org and make sure you check out this great foundation. I really do love it when stars, especially like Terri, give back and create foundations like this, because there are at-risk women, in cities, and the fact that she started Take Wings to help them is amazing, and I really hope, and I really think that more celebrities should definitely take that route in creating foundations to help. And so I do appreciate Terri doing that from the goodness of her heart. So make sure you guys please check out Take Wings Foundation and just check out the org, and please tell more people about it, because it's a very important organization and it does wonderful work. So
yeah, thank you.
No problem, Miss Terri.
And then I just want to say thank you. You're so fantastic, and I just hope that this grows to whatever you want it to grow, however you see it, whatever your vision is for it. Just keep going, and you have fun, great energy, and keep going.
Thank you. This is why we do it. I don't do this, I really don't do this for the money. I really do it because I really love, talking to everyone who, who are like you, who are up and coming. We just want to give these people the platform, because again, like you said, everybody has a story, everybody has a voice, but not everyone, unfortunately has that platform to, give their voice out. So this is why we do it, because, it's important, and, I enjoy doing what I'm doing. So I definitely know one day down the line, it'll definitely, turn into something huge. But till then, I am more than blessed doing what I'm doing. And like I said, talking to you, especially since I grew up watching you, this is an opportunity I never thought possible for myself. So I'm already blessed in many ways. So.
Well, thank you. I'm grateful.
Absolutely. Like I said.
And tell your mom I said hi.
Oh, she will love that. I will definitely will.
Yes. Yeah. Please tell her I said hello. And thank you both for for really just liking the show and getting it and enjoying it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I want to thank you, Miss Terri. I know you are a very busy woman, but I do appreciate you, sitting and talking with me and being on Look Who's Next, a podcast for Black Talent TV. So I really do appreciate you being here, giving you your words, and, giving us something learned and new about you. I really do appreciate you for that.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your day, love.
All right, Black Talent TV audience, this is Simone, and you guys know I'm your hostess with the mostest. Again, if you guys are ever interested in advertising or interviewing with us, please make sure you contact us at info@blacktalenttv.com. But until then, Black Talent TV audience, Terri, everyone, you guys have a blessed day. Bye.